there's a lot of comparisons that can be drawn between Vitality and OG as to their evolution, their path in the recent month. First of all, we could see them here on that Pro Tour, very, very close nearby. But again, IEM Summer, best S-tier result throughout 2021 for either lineup, right? That was the second place for OG. That was the semi-final for Vitality at the time OG had beat them. Then you have IEM Cologne, disappointment on both sides. OG don't even make it. Vitality stop at the last step before the playoffs. And now again, they meet in semi-final. A revenge, but also the confirmation that both teams have been improving in the last 3 to 4 months and now looking to make the next step.
OG can beat Vitality, but they can't win the final. But Vitality, if they beat OG, they can do something in the final. I look at Vitality as the more experienced squad. Like they have players who won Tier 1 tournaments, obviously been, you know, in the best teams in the world at different times. They have the best player in the world last 2 years as well. So they know the formula to win those games.
Manti, thank you for joining me to chat about your match against Vitality today. What are your impressions on Vitality so far this tournament?
I think the first impression from me is Zyvu is a little bit back to his old form. As you can see, he's carrying them again. And I think going up against Vitality, we have to find ways to shut him down. And I think if we shut him down well enough, I think we can win the game easily enough.
You mentioned carrying. Do you think Vitality are too reliant on Zywu for their success?
I think so, because when we played Vitality, I think it was IEM Summer in the semifinals, where Zyvu was still good, but not the form we see right now. We were like, it was manageable to beat them. So I think if we find a way, like again, to shut down Zyvu, it will be much easier again for us.
Are we familiar with the maps they might play here?
I think the vetoes will be the same. You know, we're seeing Chen, we see Vertigo fly out the window now. When they faced last time, it was Dust 2, it was Mirage, and then Overpass as a third. My question is, would Overpass come maybe a little bit earlier? We've seen Vitality lean towards it more than in the usual. We go for that Mirage pick from OG, that makes sense. Although, as a reminder, they lost it against Vitality during IEM Summer. They got smacked. We have a nuke pick by Vitality. I'm gonna be real, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, they switched it up with this one. I think here OG gets rid of Overpass.
Yes.
Right, like that. They don't want to play Vitality on that map, and we get Inferno as a third. So actually, like pretty swapped up compared to what we've seen. Perhaps Vitality also, you know, wanting to change compared to the last time when they lost the series and maybe be a little bit unpredictable when it comes to the veto. But man, OG like still getting away with that 5-map pool. I mean, now Vitality vetoes out Ancient against them. Obviously, it's the permaban for Vitality. No surprise there. Must feel nice to get to top 4 with just 5.
You don't get punished.
Oh, there's going to be a shower of nades into B. Here we go. Alexi's got a quick one in mind. Zywu ready to receive, and it is Zywu after all. Let's see if he can track those bounding Danes. Valda, good for it. And now he's into the site. Masucha's trying to actively contest this. Yeah, the frags are coming in one by one. OG locking it down, looks set for success. Only shocks in his USP, and it's not long for this. Wild 3 straight out of the gates from Valda's Glock. You've got an OG that can push this Vitality roster all the way and then some. Oops, whip flash. No one's happy with that, but they are coming into this B site again.
Oh, and Apex, a scout here. Needs to get some damage done.
It could go wrong. It really feels like it might be already. Masucha's Deagle has found 2 heads, and the scout just shy of his short target. He's keeping him very busy here. That's something back in, but the Deagles have been humbled. Kyojin's still on the site. Shox has arrived as well. Take your time, boys. You got 56 seconds. They don't have a single smoke, so as this one fades, Kyojin can wrap things up. That shot's not far off. 1v2 looking very realistic here. They'd love to get the bomb off the site, but it's just not realistic. Flames kept here by a loud Kyojin. On the hunt, and chance onto Alexi. Looks like they've done enough damage. He'd have to hit some scorches.
Anything but the scout would have been nice there, wouldn't it? This is its chance. Not going to get many shots at this, Shox.
Yeah, and Flames should be set up to catch him here. And Molly looks good. And on the mantle, he's eliminated. That's all the frags they were waiting for. Oh, in quick succession. We get 4 Flames with the 3 of them. And I think getting those confidence boosting frags into the star of the OG show early is a very good sign of things to come. Kyojin, though, he was on your list of, like, not win conditions, but...
Take a look at this first gun round. It's an A execute, and here he is, the man himself, about to be tested.
Yeah, he's throwing out a smoke to buy time, and it looks pretty effective initially. Another smoke thrown out by these CTs, but it's not really got him far. If anything, it's just taken them down. Nice gap for Zywu, who catches some flak, though. He's got 6 HP, and you don't want to be losing that AWP. So receding now, repositioning through that window position. So still trying to be threatening. I think it kind of hinges on if Shox finds anything initially, but already ZywOo's out of there, and so are Vitality.
Oh, here we go. Volder with a chance there to just deny Masuta, but quick on the draw. Masuta will slow down the hunt. I know that might sound odd, right? But
right, exactly, and that's something that he's ready and willing to do. Let's have a look at this ZywOo play. He's been Molotov'd out. Lovely placement of that. That's the reaction to the smoke underhanded. I'm sure OG will be operating under the info that there could be an overcommitted ZywOo here. It looks like Valda might be dispatched towards the underpass to corral. As I say that, he changes his plans for bomb retrieval. They could double peek here. Should be able to find one head. If it's Flames, that's great. Takes down OG's star. Shox tucked in, yet a frag flash from ZywOo to set him up. He does try to strike Valda. Doesn't seem to care about his screen being white. He still found the head, and now a man advantage. 20 seconds, Chad. A little sketchy. And if Masuta can destabilize, a little more than that was required, because now I fear the bomb plant's pretty much locked in. Alexi trying to get it down. He's been caught by Apex. Chaos now on the site. Valda's lost it as well in the round. It peters out into nothingness. ZywOo down, sure, but Mantu just won't get the fight in time, and so Tucking Tail has to survive. Apex does not close the gap in time.
They are giving it to him as well, right? Like, look how passive Flames is. He has oversight here from Mantu, very deep in towards the TV room of the B apartments. Volder, the cheekiest of the lot right now, up towards that B smoke. You can see he's starting to fade just now, and the nade over the top of his head. So, oh, this is aggressive.
Very aggressive from ZywOo. Potential flash from Apex, but the frag just comes to him, and the retreat too. Perfect start into a slightly shaky CT second. Tag play, it's Shock with some damage, and that's perfect. Oh, the synergy's there, the damage is too, but only one down so far on this B defense. I was there to deal with it, but smoked off. They need shots now, and they find him. ZywOo perfectly hidden by the incendiary, wanting to play the denial here, and Valda doesn't check the no-scope to the head, and it falls apart again. OG. So many steps in the right direction. ZywOo's got his knife out. He's slashing for it.
That could be a
Nico
mistake.
could perhaps have set him up, but Kyojin's got the denial. Okay.
Something to build, something to work with here, Vitality now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if OG go quicker here. I mean, they've just been the clock has been their worst enemy twice. Again, they lose Alexi early. And Masuta pushed up with the MP9. He gets more than he was worth. 2. Aggressive on the SMG, and now look at OG. They're fumbling, twiddling their thumbs, wondering how on earth you're supposed to overcome. Shox is perfectly positioned, and he's going to throw the final blow. Just Mantu now, and not long for this world either.
They've invested here with a Deagle on Volder, a flash for Alexi, and a P250 for Nico. And, wow, they're just going to go teaming through middle here. Nico trying to take some space.
Yeah, a couple of pot shots from Apex, but they combine nicely. And nothing, absolutely nothing for OG.
Volder's got company here.
He does. They're coming. Valda peeking out. No way. Mantu, collateral damage. He's caught through his teammate. Doesn't even get to fire off a bullet. That's magnificent from Nico. Hard to control the spray on just the toes.
Shox is planted in window. Apex and ZywOo in tandem over towards this A site. So the pressure will be on Masuta now. Here they come.
Perfect flash. Masuta's vision's restored. And just as the boots hit the ground, down goes Flames. More required. Only the 2 of them now, and you've got to find some jewels here. Alexi's the one to put the OG name back in the feed. Flank from short. Nico's going to be responsible for that. We don't get that smoke down initially, but this is some decent util dumping. Perfect to fend them off. Shox caught through the smoke. ZywOo's there as well. Nico dropping his util. It's multiple pressure points, and that's the end of that. Vitality are looking very comfortable. Kyojin gets the info.
He's in trouble, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be run down, and he is. Tech9's bounding into the site here. The Palace position does connect, and that's going to put default down. Apex gone, so ZywOo's got a call for assistance. The rotate's on its way. ZywOo's AWP is truly announced on that CT position. They're taking space. If they could try and find stairs, which they have, they got to just avoid this AWP. Don't give him anything. Don't give him a thing. They tag him through the bot. 8 HP. This is OG's response. He's cowering in fear. Shox with his secondary AWP to try and bail out the recovery, and he might even have a look at this, you know.
He's got a full belt of utility here. Smoke for the bomb would be nice.
Kit. Oh, lordy. Oh, no. OG cannot stomach a loss.
Oh, that's a bit deep, I think, Alex.
You're right, he's going to have his bum sticking out, but exposed on the jiggle. Careful now, Nico. You better not go down. It's going to get awkward. Very awkward. A fake plant. Alexi reveals himself and saves them just in the nick of time. God damn, Shox makes something out of nothing there.
Well, they've got that mid control, so they're definitely shaking Vitality a little bit, right? And they've had to go for an aggressive maneuver now, trying to park Kyojin as a blunt object up towards Palace. He's going to continue to push as this mid control is being worked on. Up through connector they crawl, and this is early. It might be a pouncy play onto A.
Yeah, interesting to see if Kyojin continues to push the issue. Palace, Zywoo's got a lot to contend with here.
It's a good angle.
Set for success on the walkout, just ahead of the flash. Now Zywoo drops the smoke to reposition. Evades the molly that would have made things awkward, so perfect play so far from the Frenchman. Shox as well, puts the bomb down loose. Nico would have to find it, and he has. Takes down Apex, play on. Kyojin, the round-the-world maneuver's about to pay dividends, though. Nico just not considering it. He was so early on this flank, and it will fall to Mantu. Kyojin deals with the first, and that's the end of that. Nice work from Vitality, so far from ideal for OG. Oof. Like, he looks like the star of OG, truly. Like, he can dwarf Flames' presence in the server when Mantu's on form.
Another half buy. Well, they had success with this. Let's see if they can grab another one here, OG. Nice deep nade. Bit of damage done to Alexi there, and, well, he loves the play and connect up.
Okay. How do they handle this? So they're just charging through off a flash. Zywoo and Kyojin have got a lovely little crossfire here. Sandwich and CT. Multiple targets, and they've overwhelmed the first. Chad, this could get nasty for Vitality.
We've seen this before.
We have. And that's the change-up. Nico's AK is a necessary evil. He needs more. Mantu's Deeg for his second in the server. And now Zywoo going hunting. Of course he finds him. Nico in that smoke. And Alexi straight through the smoke. Caught by the woo. Mantu. The flash. That's brilliant from Mantu. Game on now. We asked for something, and he does deliver. The smoke now deployed. Zywoo's playing nasty little games here. That swings out for Mantu, pulls OG in. That is exactly what they needed from Mantu.
Oh, and aren't OG cruel? They just immediately go back to something a little bit slower without that direction, right? The last couple, those forced by rounds, it was very direct. Oof, cheeky run boost.
Yeah, and Zywoo's been looking like a threat through these smokes, and just as it fades, Mantu booked. Needed that, Valda. That was an opportunity to immediately just nullify the loss of Mantu, and instead, Zywoo will catch another. First mid, now B. His presence is everywhere. Nico can change things. And he won't. Needed the double on the aggress. Now Apex not only gets the frag, but an upgrade. And they are trying to slip through that smoke. No info for Zywoo. Shox, however, a lovely position. And nearly finishes the job right there and then. Poor Flames, 10 HP. Don't fancy his chances here.
So over towards B they go again. Shox and Masuta in touching distance to defend this one. Zai will be the swingman here through the window, and here they come.
Yep, there's the extinguish. Nade is good. Masuta's down though, so it's all onto Shox. And Zywoo, of course, has managed to rotate in, finding impact. They know he's kitchen side, and Nico just jumps, feeds the beast. Mantu looking for more impact, and already best one. A chance onto Apex, started to believe a little there. Smoked off actually by the BCTs, and they've gone walkabouts. This is a very common trend we're seeing in Vitality setups.
Oh, Kyojin should be on high alert right now. He knows something has to be coming his direction anytime.
Directly above him, and he has been found. That's a great gap for OG. Can they convert upon it? Apex tucked in. Very telegraphed flashes, but now it's time for that plant. Smoke down, Valda responsible. There could be a denial from Apex. That's the only one in a position to do so, and he has found one. Nico caught on ramp side. Shox' flank has got them dead to right. Oh no! Two backs turn. The reaction slow. Valda collapses, and now down to just two. Alexi and Flames to defend that ticking bomb.
They have smokes for this. They have utility for this.
It's not going to be easy at all. You surely want to get shots on the diffuse side with the bodyguard and hard shots to hit, dumping all their util now. Looking for any elevated angle, caught out one-on-one. Let's see how this goes. Alexi up against Shoxy. And he falls straight for the bluff. Shox, too smart, fakes it out. and 4 kills from Vitality's legendary name. That is 9. And a solid defense, a solid start.
ZywOo has some util lined up. That's going to be a connector smoke coming out of his hands. The 1x bet odds are favoring the French right now.
It's a 4-man stack outside of A, so Flames is going to be really, really struggling and hard done by to find impact early. He's just posted up looking for Palace, and then the smoke kit retake setup from Alexi.
Okay, well, they've got jungle control right now, so this is going to make the retake difficult for OG. Do they want to fight? Yes, they do.
Yeah, maybe Mantu can find the first. There it is. Kyojin eliminated. And the bomb now ticking, but those taps are coming in. These silencers just picking away at the bones and multiple targets. Masuta's done very well to find 2 on the Glock. They need shots. Oh! Good God, he's done so much. He's set Apex up for success. The kit is the only thing that favors Alexi here, and he knows where he is. Hard fight, very hard fight. Apex is playing with him, just holding W.
Util out, and it is just these USPs for OG. They'll be getting the rifles out in the next round of play here.
Oh, they're just going to run him down, bro. There's so much, like, fire in the bellies here of Vitality. Just quick. A lot of faith in their team and their smokes. And, of course, this is just the anti-eco hunt.
Mirage was the map that Vitality picked up. It was Dust 2, the opener, I think, that OG picked. And, well, they won that in overtime. So it's just a bit of a curious choice here to go to Mirage. But at the same time, we know there's no Vertigo. We know there's no Ancient. Nuke's been a bit of a sore spot for OG in some of their matches. So, yeah, the map pool starts to get very small very quickly. Dust 2 always seems a bit like a coin toss, and we're just getting Apex here. Attempting to do some farming, but they know that the MAC-10s are still in play.
It's perfect, considering. They've even rebought a second MAC-10, so they want to do something with a bit of pace here, and Nico could really destabilize here. It should favor him. Lord almighty, it's a bit messy. Hasn't finished onto Kyojin either. That would have been round winning. Now they've lost the B site. Valda's dead immediately upon arrival as well to try and contest. They're pushing his kitchen position. Alexi trying to knock the bomb plant down, but he's not ready for behind. Neither was Nico. Good trade. That is crucial, because now the bomb's loose and Flames has just slowed it down in favor of the CT side.
Oof, they're both below half HP here, and Mantu's gone around the world on the flank. Oh! And Alexi's just ripped off Masuta's head right now, so we'll call that one done. A huge play from Alexi, gets into the site, denies the plan, and cleans up the mess of the final 2. They're going for a similar approach. Oh, it's the same strat.
Yeah, but Nico needs to be careful.
Oh, he's clearing.
And he's lost the duel to a MAC-10, no less. A free upgrade given. Alexi's gone as well. Valda, if ever there was a time for a hero moment to bail OG out of the hot water they've just been thrust into, it would be here. He's been spotted out, though. Multiple bullets. One supportive flash does not get him set up. Oh, and it's just a matter of time, really. Mantu, so many targets, so little time. It's Kyojin's 3rd on the Galil. And then beaten out an aggressive M4 with that aforementioned SMG. I mean, you're doing it from the bargain bucket.
How far can Flames push this?
Oh, magnificent from Apex. He's controlled the spray, long range, stops the Alexi USP taps. And it should just fall into place now. You can see this is just like pulling the last 3 remaining molars out of the OG mouth. One by one. It's painful, but you were expecting it.
You know what is a bit of a drama here as well is the one saved M4, they sent over to the B bomb site. Now Flames, he's an A player. Right? Vitality just called the bluff that they were going to send that M4 somewhere else, right? They just walked into A.
Would you be satisfied with the summary that OG have been losing the Angel battle? Looking fierce, and he's even got the info, and he's not slowing down. The team flash is perfect to set him up. And he's in. Dug in. Baited in, perhaps even. But the bodies are dropping nicely on the A site. The bomb was on its way towards it. So Shox' little lurk, unfortunately, will have to do a whole lot more than that. Valda was ready for him. Good catch. Well, this is the turnaround we were hoping to see. Kyojin has already spotted out Alexi, and he's looking a little intimidating here. Uses the sound to mask the drop-off. No longer a factor, but that's the end of that. What's the go sign? Coming up now. Here it comes, just slipping through the jungle. Great shot out of Flames. Punishes Shox' swing. Need another from him, and the crosshair placement perfect. 3-on-3, and loads of time. No rush for them here. If anything, getting back into the site's going to be a bit of a tall order. Util plentiful. Nico trying to deny the plant. His crosshair was
far
perfect, yeah. But ZywOo's got it down. And now starting to tip the scales in favor of Vitality. A chance for Apex, and he will seize it. Both coming in from CT. And it's as easy as that, 1 by 1. Mantu Zorp, the last to stand. If the smoke is good, it could have been a threat.
And they've gone all in. They bought 3 rifles, but this is it.
Oh, it's so baited in. Oh, it's perfect. It really is. ZywOo has been caught. A nice boost on the tri-box leading to that. And Nico should have the bomb down here. Some aggressions paying off. Oh, Nico needed both. He really did. It shut down the entire round. Vitality left with nothing.
It's time for this. He needs to get past Flames first. And that's not going to happen. His smoke just gave Flames the perfect position to peek, gets the headshot. Yeah, so you can see this is just Deagles right here. ZywOo actually investing in nothing, so wanting to make sure he has enough for that AWP. Now, if you're OG and you believe in the comeback story, you want a clean one here. You want Mantu to grab the first. Well, Leg's not bad either. Flames to help him mop up the mess. So just kind of waterfall out this A ramp. Denied on entry, and it is just Apex going for the cheeky, beaky B plant. All right, guys. You go rush A, and I'll try and plant B. It's a classic.
Flames wasn't the classic nerdy kid at school.
It was just 8.
And Nico trying to force the issue. He's lost the duel. Misuta laughs at him as he puts a bullet between the eyes and seizes the man advantage. Game time. Grouping up on A. OG, a similar gamble. Alexi Mantu posted up, smokes her up, and that's the end of that. Alexi for 2. Need more from Flames, but he's kept humble, and sometimes the simplest CS is the best. You see how quickly that falls apart? Destroyed.
Even when OG do get the opening kill, I remember before when Nico pushed up mid, not in this round, but in a previous round, and he did get the opening, it looked shaky.
Yeah, and to really wipe the slate clean. It hasn't been a dreamy start for OG, far from it. Vitality, however, definitely looking well drilled, and there's one in the head-to-head for Mantu. That changes a couple of things for this CT side. They have now just got a little bit more room to maneuver. Alexi's aggressive mid-control. I wonder if he even considers the underpass. Does he look back? And he does. Catching one, looking the other way. Shocks eliminated. Misuta providing something to close the gap.
Bomb is splitting B.
Yeah, and it's kind of the perfect call. It's going to be the Danes here to set up for a defense, and they're common partners in crime. Valda's done well with the first 2, and just Apex here.
Handles it. Okay, well now...
Nico's got nothing to report as the mid-window fades. Alexi staring at the floor and can't adjust. Misuta opens up. Shox is still finding impact with his MAC-10, and Flames not long. Surely, there's Molotov for him. Hard shot to hit. He commits to the spray, and Vitality 2 frags away from taking the OG's pick against them. Oh, Shox has got the round locked in. Valda doesn't know where he's getting shot from. A weapon retrieved. Not quite the frag found, but Valda, the 25 HP 1v3, sounds like a very tall order. Apex was brought down low, but Kyojin full HP to at least trade off him. Oh my god, great taps. Straight through the box, and Kyojin's there to seal the deal. Vitality take OG's pick.
Maniac, what's up?
Look, the first thing we have to say, and it is an attribution to Vitality's playstyle in general, is that they are very proactive. And I really like to see the Frenchmen play like this. It starts on the CT side with a lot of flanks, a lot of pushes, trying to make the difference, grab the map control, grab the information, and rotate off of it. This is a squad that is in confidence right now. You can see it on the individuals. It is a team victory, and a clear victory at that.
Yeah, I think they're just... OG had their chances. You start 4-0 on the T side, and Vitality just after that goes on a 5-round win streak of their own. Usually you want to see if you get that good start to capitalize on it. If we switch to the second half, well, that's what Vitality managed to do. They won pistol converted. Sure, they lose the 3rd round where OG buys, but right after that, they win the following round, they get the reset, and they have full control of the game. So even for OG, I mean, a lot of things weren't working really on. The first next T-side round that they won was this exact same round as round number 4, right? So they didn't really have too many solutions outside of what has already worked at the beginning of the half.
And what's real unfortunate here for OG is, again, Mantu. a little bit absent, and that's unfortunate for the side of OG. You know, you look at him as one of the factors that might actually push them over the line, and, you know, with the numbers as they lie, it's just not there.
I mean, he has to be. That's the thing. Mantu has to be shining. If you think about OG pushing the limits, if you think about OG making a deep run to the grand final, we know he is a win condition for OG. The bright side, I guess, is Flamesy again is showing up. That was the case in their first match in the playoff. He was the one that OG could count on, and he was again active, as we can see here, 86.9 ADR. That man is one for the future. But for Mantu, this is just not enough, and the argument of the warm-up just doesn't stand anymore. You've played a game before already.
I do love some of these snowbally plays, as Maniac was talking about here. So one cross smoke.
What's that about?
It's a massive void. That's what that is.
Ah, you just flashed for the next one. Okay, that's perfect. And the lobby hold from Shox is being tested. He's actually got a partner for this. Apex is there too. 3 down the lower, and damn, Kyojin drive-by. Just holding his gun sideways, swings open the door. And speaking of doors, Apex for a topside pincer. Yeah, perfect. A nice one from Valder. He will be humbled immediately.
Yeah, let's see how much they try and exploit it. But they're going to give the retake a go. The flash set up.
I've never seen it work. You get one, jumping in, and looking good for a second. Flames has done more than you could have asked of him, but Alexi, no health or armor. And 10 bullets, 2 heads required. Kyojin's just not giving him anything, and yeah, he's accepting his fate.
A bag this time around, right? Getting classic 30 for Zywa here, but
5 members all congregate down the secret stairs. He does close the doors, drops a smoke. That should slow him down. It's nice. Flames is Decon. Decon, come on, cut me some slack. Thinks
they can molly in towards the dark spot, they can flash, and then they can go. So even just allowing OG to make their own bed, but into the door, Alexi goes. Shox with the Glock, gets it done, and well, now the dominoes do start to tumble here. Kyojin's actually going to give them something here. Tagged up for the swing from Volder. It is late. He does get the kill. Zywa's there to trade, so crisis averted.
I guess his teammates have basically bodyguarded him to the safest of corners. Maybe he's cool. And he's cool.
He can see the smokes. That's great, but that's about it. So it's going to be a car crash towards main. Apex ahead of it. Catches Alexi B off again. And I don't know if they've done enough to corral them like sheep, and less now as Zywa starting to hit every shot. Masusa, he's been hung out to dry there. They can just back on off. He's called at least 2.
Yeah, that's a no from me. Straight out of there, even dropping a Molotov to signify their departure. And they are on the way to the top side. In fact, they're in. There's no CTs to receive them, not a single touch of friction or resistance. And these rounds have just dribbled away.
Damage again. Only real solace that OG are trying to take from this one here. An AK, just keeping the T's economy humbled. Great shot from Volder. How much more can they do? Spam Mazai was good. Knows there's another. Just swats them away here. Should have this one dead to rights. Flames just being a little bit cheeky here with a bit of spam through the walls, and there you go. Zywa doesn't get flustered. Even has a good idea where Nico is coming on through the smoke. Shox will see the feed. Bullet spam. Oh dear. All right. Didn't land that one, but it's okay. Zywa did. 8 for him now.
Oh Lord, he's coming, isn't he?
Aggressed upon Alexi in towards.
Oh, it's
Secret.
quick. It's so quick. Nico just getting a fresh mag, and they've all slipped down the vent. Flames has got such a powerful position, though. If he can activate at the right time, he's been found. Zywa's the first, and that's the only one he'll be posting. Quick on the rotate here, though. I mean, Apex is still on silo, so it's essentially just 2 players to contend with and to contest that defuse. And they're still on that top side. Apex keeping some serious players busy. That's the frag they were waiting for. Now they have to surge into the site. Both grouped up on windows. Need one from Valder here, and he's posted it. So Masuta asks for the impossible. But that defuse is getting further and further away. Just in the nick of time they come in. Wow.
OG, we know they've had a hard time with the consecutive rounds. Let's see if it can start here.
Oh, great flash. You can see that from Flames has actually enabled him to do significant damage into Masuta on Trophy. Keeps them very honest.
He does like that play, right? He goes aggressive, he drops that molly, he hangs around, and Mantu, thank you. That's what we want to see, the steady shots, right? The impact of Mantu. And he set his team up with a 4v5 number advantage now as the smoke wall hits the deck, the L block in play, and Apex surging forward. Flash!
Perfect timing on the flash. You can see that was absolutely a well-oiled machine. They are catapulting into Flames' location, and he's out, dipping out, concedes it completely. And Vitality looked to be chasing him a little bit, nipping at the heels, rotates in. Alexi's got a smoke for his teammates to play around. And oh, it's looking good here. We need more from that FAMAS. ZywOo should have him. And now a little bit of room to stretch their legs. They'd love a plant. Flash cocked on the door. He's trying to set himself up for success there. Valdo, nice and nerdy, but nothing to report. It's NiKo that saves the day. Will ZywOo do one better?
He's been happening already, and they're both having to rotate up the vent here. It's a race.
Looking for it already. Has been found. NiKo juking out with ZywOo. One tap is all it would take, but NiKo's good for it.
Really testing Flames, aren't they?
Yeah, and he should be good for it. He's down very low. Mantu's been caught by the Kyojin Dig outside on Secret, so this could fall apart here for OG. I need something, Alexi. He takes Masuta down, but ZywOo's AK's been spotted, and that's the chance. That's the bomb. NiKo, another spotted, but ZywOo scooped up the bomb and disappeared. He's heading ramp side. He's got loads of time to work with this one and confirms the ramp's still his. He's lost his partner, visualizing where the fights could come from. Now he has got 15 seconds. Chances are he'll fake, doors closed. Does he hold it? And he is exposed to the door. And that's exactly what Flames needed to do. ZywOo wants him. It's two of the sharpest guns in the Vitality arsenal here. And already passing his first test, trying to manage the spray. Ramp is lost. Alexi to respond. And actually going further than you would expect. He wants to take a fight here on the two of them. What a jiggle from Kyojin. He's aware, and that's the trade necessary. ZywOo's in. Problems on the rotate. They jump into the vents and into the mouth of Shox. He wants more. And Mantu's going to give it to him. That's such a hard clear.
They have to save. I don't know how they can go for this unless NiKo gets this kill into Shox right now. Oh, he hasn't even looked. Thank God for Mantu.
Timing saves them. Do they have a look? ZywOo's got 1 HP. Kyojin just hiding in plain sight on the stairs. I love their setup. Good find. And Kyojin one-on-one. He's done it all he's required. Both of them drop. Another for Vitality. It's 3 in total.
But we need this from Vitality, right? If they're going to be one of our 2 grand finalists, to go up against a Na'Vi or Heroic, it's great to see. Should just be a formality right now. Probing out the top side. Masuta will get that trade kill. Kyojin's life was played on the line there, but all in all, it's no dramas. It is just these light upgrades to be mopped on up.
Paul, but how does Simple get away with it then? Because I know that his CT side, he plays the rotates with an AWP, and he's always finding impact.
Yeah, so a lot of that is to do with the read that you're having of the rounds that are coming your way. And here it is. So we're talking about one of these aggressive maneuvers. There's Mantu, and there it is. They're put in a position to find a kill.
Ahead of the smoke ball. Oh, and I don't think Shox has been spotted. Alexi could be booked here.
Oh, just under his nose.
And he's made a lovely loud sound cue. Shox hunting. Well aware there's a timing here.
Oh, he knows there's no AWP, so he's going to push the issue towards heaven as well. Shox, this is a great move.
Nah, Alexi's caught him. Yeah, with 2 HP to spare, he's been found. So now, I've seen rounds like this fall apart for OG. Flames playing a nice, aggressive info CT's position, tucking in, I suppose, given the man advantage. But here it goes. First is found. They're heading top site. They're the ones with the AKs.
FAMAS.
Yeah. Far from ideal. Valda, you better tuck in, bro. He's still sticking around. Multiple angles. From above, they strike. Too much for NiKo. And now Mantu and Flames.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, it's fallen apart. 2 versus 4 and the 2 new boys. The anime profile picks. Looking set for 6. Flames trying to clutch up with an MP9. And good luck, have fun. The round-the-world maneuver coming in from ZywOo, the unexpected play. There's nothing he can... Oh, checked it for a second on the reload, but there's another falling into place for Vitality.
I don't like your position right now if you're Mantu. Sure, you're hidden.
I mean, yeah, a knife kill's probably his best bet, as there's not going to get much with the USP.
Hello.
And he has got the head, but yeah, Masuta's there to keep things level. I think level's a bit of an exaggeration. I think Shox had a bit of a heart attack after that one.
Oh dear. Now that they have heaven control, right, if you're the CTs, you want to push and find a straggler, and that straggler was Kyojin, and he's already making this one costly. NiKo, he is him, and it's the CZ at range, would have to be precise. Kyojin, well aware, grabs him another kill there, so great shooting out of Kyojin here, and now just Valda and Alexi B to find directly below. Masuta will get that one, so we'll call it 7. And a lot of the oxygen really feels like it's leaving the room now for OG. And I haven't even felt that they've been crazy exploited right now. They've just been losing out in scenarios that they probably should have won. So, right, once they force that rotation, they've liked to go apply a bit of pressure towards Flames. And if he doesn't get the kills, he has to drop lower. It feels like they've negated him from the round, but there you go. I think that's the third opening for Mantu with the AWP. So here we go again.
Flames, so much to do, and that's the end of him. Masuta hitting him with the Zatares peak. A chance for Nico goes awry, and yeah, falling into place again for the French. This just feels like a Groundhog Day into the lower site.
The chips just start to fall away here. So we'll call this half one. 8 now for Vitality.
ZywOo's posted up, Shox is there, a sound cue would go a long way. Oh, there it is. But ZywOo reveals himself as well, and it's too easy for him.
How's he done that?
I can't believe he's taken both. Oh, of course, of course.
They're taking damage.
Yeah.
They just won't die.
Every button Rush presses is a CT dinking a T and dying. I mean... Mantu.
Yeah. Saved by the glass.
Dead before he can even finish the jump. You know, a brilliant Pro League up until this point. Top of your group, sailing through into the playoffs.
Literally undefeated.
Literally undefeated. You said they dropped 3 maps.
Yeah, so now 4, and out of the break, this has been the only tournament they played in. So since they lost to Renegades in Cologne, they've been undefeated. Maybe, just maybe, we can get a breath of air into the team. Not to be, that was the chance. Alexi up close and personal, ready to spoil, but this one is just falling apart again. The bomb will be going down any moment here, just crossing the T's, dotting the I's, making sure there's no way back in. Vitality are getting things done. Yeah.
This is a one-sided affair at its most extreme. Conceding 10 really sours the mood, knowing that you've got a second half just with your back against the wall. Like, they're setting a precedent now. You're going to have to do better than this on your attack, and I just don't see a universe where that's possible.
You'd love a bit of resistance here, and everybody loves a comeback story.
They're hunting for you, Mantu, and on the re-peak, it's just too easy. A collection from ZywOo. 17th frag posted, Unbreakable scouted, and ZywOo's got an ult there, mate. So, yeah, drop the smoke. I'm not sure Alexi's out of there unscathed. Bullets, crosshairs, they're all on him. Flashes thrown towards him. He's lingering within the smoke. He's on a timer here.
Oh, did Flames spot that? Yeah, it's definitely been heard now. Alexi can't get anything done. 3v5 for round number 15.
Well, they know Shox is in the warehouse.
They're thinking about it, aren't they?
Ah, there you go. Confirmation of their suspicion. Now catapulting into the Valder. AK, he says play on. A 5th certainly wouldn't go amiss, and he's chosen to aggress. Here's the vent dive as he averts his gaze. Masuta punishes and Flames with an AWP of all weapons.
Oh, they're coming back up.
Spots him. That's a lot of info. An advantage now. And he will punish. Needs to pick up the pace. He's a bit cautious of anything quick, and Masuta can just set himself up for success. Decon, the perfect position. Deagle, definitely the better weapon for the job, but so much uncertainty, and as he's playing with his weapons, Masuta will play for an 11th. Alexi B and his cronies would have to put on quite the show. He's got the lineup, and smokes off main. Popping into the top side, and it will be in a retake situation for Vitality. Their ramp stack rumbled, and some shots through the smoke connecting.
Oh, this feels too easy, doesn't it? So you can see the flashes being set up here by Shox. There's a smoke on ZywOo as well in the kit. So here we go.
Here we go. Strap in, because the whole squad's in the site. They're all here. Massacre for the Flames Glock. Mantu contributes as well. And that's fallen flat as a pancake. It's so hard, I swear, Chad. Even when it's 5v5 on that flash play, it just never seems to hit the money. There's always someone playing anti, and this time, all 5 alive. That's a dream for OG to start this. Yeah, this could go really wrong. Flames, just as he pulls out the nade, their timing is perfect, and my heart's starting to break. OG thought they had this one as a guarantee. That's what it's supposed to be, but it's so far from it. It's so quick. 12 is found. Apex in disbelief.
Apex saying no, 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 and he'll give him a nade for good measure. Util just slightly chipping away here.
And Shox, he's got a lot on his plate. There's the first, and number 2 follows. One exception was Flames couldn't quite find the necessary bullets, and so we are running towards the finish line of our first series of the day.
But what else have they got now? They're showing some good Counter-Strike. They're about to absolutely destroy OG, who are down to this eco. They might be running away with this one nice and quick. 14 almost a guarantee. And they're just ready. They are just ready. The body's coming from every single direction.
Look at his face, bro. Honestly, they're having such a whale of a time in Vitality HQ right now. Just, they can taste it. They can taste that grand final spot.
You fancy yourself a little bit of Simple versus ZywOo action?
I really do. If Simple's being outperformed by his other cronies.
They're rushing top here, Alex.
Okay. Kyojin looking to finish things here, and he's got caught out. The bomb could go down, and maybe, just maybe, Vitality are going to drop like flies. There's one on the rotate. Flames, I like the reposition. It's been found, and Bullet's just a bit shy of the mark, leaving us with only 2.
They might actually filter back in his general direction here, and Apex is trying to send them packing that way. There's one. How many more can he get? ZywOo around the corner, gets locked off by Flames, and well, they keep 4 alive. ZywOo's AWP's out now as well, so let's see if he can find any impact with the big green. Straight up heaven.
ZywOo's gone so aggressive. Flames doesn't even get to play the game.
What can you do?
They're tucked in, established. Every option dotted around. Kyojin with another. It's a pair of frags, and just like that.
If it wasn't looking great before, I'm pretty sure it's been looking great this entire game. And Nuke legged up. Alexi B runs away. ZywOo knows he's done the damage. You can hear that snapping turtle just chomping at the bit to get that frag, and he's ready to fight yards. ZywOo's here, there, and everywhere.
I've seen the way he shoots through smokes, Chad. It's a little concerning.
Oh,
he hasn't hit anyone.
I think he heard the ticks of the molly there onto Nico, because he was speaking a lot as starting to hightail it back towards ramp. So they just have to sit and wait.
Unless you open the door, throw out the smoke, and try and plant. Apex could spray it down. And Masuta's been found. Apex is the unchecked variable. And ZywOo still providing some support. Flame should have one here. Needs to have one here, and he does. A 3-on-3 established for survival for OG here. Shot closing the gap fast. Needed that. Nico and Mantu combine. And it leaves ZywOo in a 1v3. Flames trying to finish it right here and now. He's on his own and will achieve it.
Wants to go ahead. Deep nade there from ZywOo. Chunks straight down the gullet there of Nico.
He was ready for it.
Quick as you like.
He peeks into him.
Yeah.
Brutal. ZywOo, another opener. And Apex actually spurred into the fight. Goes aggressive. Being hunted now in the elevated position of Flames. Good for one. Can't get away safe. They are ahead of it. And that was a necessary one. Kyojin pulls Vitality closer to finishing this one out. And it really has just petered out into nothingness. A very methodical win and conversion here from Vitality for the grand final. ZywOo, high flash for the repeat. Shox bides his time, ready to strike. That's something, but here's the finish. Oh, it's brutal. Shox will finish off with a little clutch of his own, and Vitality sailing, fluttering their bumblebee wings all the way to the grand final.
Prends l'échelle, Kevin, s'il te plaît. Attends. Tes potes. B1, un B1. Je flash en plein milieu. Décale pas. Vas-y, Kevin.
Ah wesh. C'est quel B1?
C'est
Nice! But the one question we had moving into this game was, is either of these teams gonna show a level that we can imagine going up against Na'Vi? And the answer is yes. This Vitality right here, that is a possible contender. Would Na'Vi make his way to the grand final? Now we have a matchup. Now we have a contender.
OG had an early advantage. I mean, we talked about it. The post game of the previous map, it's like when you find those openings, when you find those advantages, you need to win those rounds, and it just kept happening time and time again, and OG just really looking flat.
Well, they picked Mirage first against us, and we feel really confident in Mirage. So we thought they're gonna pick Dust too, but they didn't. So unlucky. Overall, yeah, we played very good CS, and I'm happy about that. What I think about Na'Vi right now is that they are for sure the number one team, and they are looking pretty sharp and strong since now few months. And we don't think with the team, we don't think about like against who we are playing. Like Shock said during the SLTV interview. I mean, yeah. Just who. We don't really care or mind about against who we're playing. So we're just happy about playing CS every day, and let's fucking go. With the team, we don't think about like who against who we are playing. Like Shock said during the SLTV interview. I mean, yeah. Just who. We don't really care or mind about against who we're playing. So we're just happy about playing CS every day, and let's fucking go. Thank you for everything and sharing a rose for the French fan, and we'll do everything to win this.